What's going on, everybody? Thank you all for clicking another episode. We got the abandoned car seat put in. The only thing I gotta do is the bolts down below. I gotta wait for my brother to help me do them 2 bolts. So once he gets here sometime in the next day or so, I'll have the 2 bolts down there tightened, and then the top's all tightened down. And we gotta put our seat belts in, and I also got a set of shifters. They're in that box there. So we got all the brand new All-Star shifters. Get the shifters opened up, and then we're gonna get them slid down in the slot and see if we got all the bolts and everything to bolt them in. So hope y'all enjoy. We also have our fuel log pieces to mount the fuel log. We got them in also. Oh, they did come with the hardware. I thought it said no hardware. Anyways, guys, here's our All-Star shifters. Get the rods taken off. We'll probably definitely have to cut these down to length. That's no big deal. Cut them down. Whenever we cut them, we'll have to tap them too. But it's not a problem. Yeah, it actually did come with the hardware, the bolts to bolt it in. Let's see if I can do this like this, since the hole's already been drilled and cut out. Oh yeah, perfect. Got all the nuts put on it. Now I just gotta wait for him to hold it from the inside so I can tighten them down. So on to the next thing. We got 10AN fittings here. We're gonna slide them into this piece of hose. This is a leftover piece I had on another car. We're gonna slide it into it, and then we're gonna be able to run it up through, and wherever it stops, we're gonna add our fuel filter, or our fuel log with our filter in it. And then we'll go from there on up with whatever else we gotta buy. There's one. There's 2. Got them straight that goes onto the fuel log, and then a 90 for back here on the cell. when I tie this down, it won't touch. So just so y'all know, when it's put in place, this won't touch and rub, so we ain't gotta worry about it rubbing a hole in, just for anybody wondering. Time we put our log on from here to here, we're not going to need much more fuel line that we're going to have to buy to get to the fuel pump. That's a good thing, especially since we're on a budget. That is definitely a good thing. I don't have the filter inside this yet, but it still won't stop us from mocking it up. Trying to do the Allen head. Anyways, these just slide over your log. And it doesn't fit my All-Star log. What the heck? I wonder if it'll fit my other log. I mean, this is an All-Star log. Heck no. Well, we got an issue. Little persuasion, we got one of them on there. Guess what? With a little persuasion, they went on. I think it was just the paint holding them, because they're on there now. Wasn't too big of a problem to deal with. So here's what's up. I have two short pieces of fuel on that's 10AN, and the way I like to do this right here is I like to come off the fuel filter, run it up down right here, and I like to run it down this bar for the mid plate. But when I get to the bottom here, I like to put in a fitting here, so when it makes this turn, it doesn't bend it, like kink it off. So I have the two short pieces of fuel on, and it's actually enough that we need. So we do not have to buy any fuel on. So we'll be able to put this on, put our fittings in, and run our fuel line up. So that'll save us some money, and we actually won't have to buy any fuel line. All we need is one fitting for right here, and that ain't nothing to get. So fitting's cheaper than the line that I need. up here. This under. And this will just come up, run down the inside of this bar like this. And the way I butt here, it won't kink off. But down here, I gotta make like a 90-degree bend. So I always put a fitting down here. And we're gonna do that when I get the one fitting to put it in. I just need the one fitting for here. It'll come down and make the 90 for me, and then I'll be good to go. This piece of fuel line right here, which will run right up to the pump, hook in, and we'll have enough fuel line so we don't have to worry about buying any fuel line with one fitting short of being able to put fuel line in. Hold that up in place right there. I'll tighten that all up once I get the fitting on this other end, so I gotta take it back out. That's when I held in place. But I know somebody's gonna give me heck for putting my fuel log back that far when I could put it like right here and just put a 90 down and then over it. Yeah, I could, but I was using fuel line that I had and I didn't want to buy any because it's really expensive, and I'm doing this on a budget. So that'll work just fine right there. All I gotta do is take this door off and I can get right to it. I take this door on and off every week. Well, once I get the car going and maintenance it, I will take the door on and off every week, just like I do my primary car. Get in there and you maintenance everything. So I'm already gonna have it off anyway. It's not gonna be a big deal. I can get right here with the wrench, turn it right out, change my log. It's all like you change the log every week anyway. But it'll all work. So we're good there. I just need to get a fitting for down here. We'll be on to the next thing. But also for my vent back here, I got a filter on the end of that. I'm gonna run it down the tube like this, up and over. I just have to get a fitting for up here. And then we'll be able to hook the vent on. Plus we gotta get capped to redo the return line, because we ain't running a return line. We're just gonna cap that off. Guys, I got the seat belts half put in. I gotta get my brother to help me on the bottom ones because I can't get the outside corner without his help, and I gotta get the crotch belt without his help. But seat belts are in. I just got to check them once I get them on mounted, because I just got it estimated to where they're at. So that's in. So once I get his help, I'll be able to finish up the seat belts and I'll be one step closer. I went and got two fittings. I got the fitting for the fuel cell. I didn't have my cap, but I got the 8AN 90 for the vent for the fuel cell. I got it put on. It's all put on, plumbed down. I'm gonna put a little piece down here to hold that. I gotta put a hose clamp on that. I also got the fitting for the front end, so we're gonna finish plumbing it up. Got my 90 right here. Get this up here how I want it. So we're gonna pull it up about right there. Run this down. Well, right there, we're gonna cut it off. Finally got that down through. Get that. it down. Turn my fitting where it's pointing down that pipe, like so. We went and got a 10AN to a 10AN fitting. I'll come off this 90 on this side, then I'll put a straight on this side, and it'll run perfectly down this pipe, and then right up to the fuel pump. So this will just screw onto this one, and then we get our straight here and our other piece of line. Put our straight in. Hammer's so much easier to put in than a 90. And it'll screw onto this. Pull this a little tighter. There we go. Put that zip tie in the wrong spot up there. Zip tie it back here, set up here so it don't pull up on my line. I didn't realize I was pulling up on it, and I don't want to kink it. So, but I'll get you guys a better look at it. There's a better look at it. Comes down off the fuel filter, runs down, be out of the way of everything right there. And I ain't gotta worry about it kinking here, and I'll get it tied up there and over here. Runs down the tube, and then it gets down here on this fitting. And I always worry about them kinking right there. And I have kinked them off before when the chassis flexed. So put it in there, put them two fittings on there like that. And it runs perfectly up this tube. And then it'll run up, connect about right into there somewhere for the fuel pump. So that's one more thing off the list. We still got to tighten all the fittings, but I still got to put a fuel filter in it. So we'll do that, but I got to remove the blue line when we go to weld on the front end. Do not want to burn that line or anything, or get any marks on it. So when we go to weld the tabs on, that are supposed to be here tomorrow, we'll remove those and weld them on, and then we'll put the fuel line back on right there. Thank you to each and every person that has helped on this car, that has bought off our Amazon list or has got a hold of me and got stuff for it. I appreciate it. We do have an Amazon list linked below. It has everything from race parts for this thing to just everyday use stuff that we use in our trailers to keep our trailers stocked up. I have stuff on there. I buy off of it regardless. I buy stuff off that list for myself regardless whether you guys are helping me or not. But I do put that list out there for people that are asking and they are wanting to help. It is there. Do not feel obligated to go do it. But if you are wanting to help me, that is a way to do it. Or there's other ways below. Just send us an email or something if you want to become a partner or something on one of our cars. We can figure something out. But I do have an Amazon list, and thank you to each and every person that's bought off of it. I greatly appreciate it. It helps us out tremendously. And we wouldn't be this far on the car without each and every one of you guys that does it. Cool. So I think this will do. The only one I gotta adjust is the crotch belt down here. I got it a little just too snug. We gotta adjust it, but for guessing, it's not a bad guess. Kind of just estimated where they need to be and did it, and turned out pretty good. So this will work. Seats all mounted. I'll adjust that belt later, but it won't hurt to adjust it out just a tad bit, and we'll go from there. So y'all see me drilling up through the bottom of the car. I was drilling for the crotch strap bracket. I had to build there's a steel plate underneath my seat, and I had to build a bracket and everything for that seat to mount on, to mount to the chassis. And I was drilling up through that bracket to bolt my crotch strap on for my 5-point harness, because there ain't no spot on this chassis really for your harness belt like a lot of the newer cars are. So I made sure I bolted it directly to that steel plate, because if it comes out, we got problems. So I know it's in there good and secure, and it's bolted directly to the steel plate. Anyways guys, I feel like this video is getting a little bit long and all over the place, but we picked up some MSD stuff, and then we picked up some new rotors for the rear end. Got all new rotors for the rear. We got brake pads, we got them now. Our caliper brackets come in, they're on the rear end. Like I said, I feel like this video is getting a little bit long. It's kind of been all over the place, so we're going to call this video a video, and we'll continue to do odd and end stuff until we get this car done. Thanks to each and every one of you guys to support me and support my channel. It means a lot to me. I do appreciate it. If you guys are not subscribed, go down and hit that subscribe button, help our channel grow, and leave a comment, tell us what you think. As always, I'll catch you on the next one.